guys, today I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about live cultures, something that I do find really useful in the fish room. So first off, let's take a look at my microworms and then maybe we'll check out some mealworms as well.
So here is our microworm setup that I kind of do. It's not the most prettiest thing in the world, but you just need some old containers. Ours were from the food court. Punch some small holes. I tried making really little ones, but I did have to make them slightly bigger, but you don't want them too big that any flying critters like fruit flies can get in there. A little bit of yeast that we use for our bread, and of course a starter culture, and I like using the potatoes. People say that they stink less than using the oatmeal. I don't know. I am probably never going to feed these guys live or not on a voiceover because honestly they smell so bad to me. I'm gagging the whole time I'm working with them. So all you got to do is get a little bit of your potatoes, and you don't have to use lots. The microworms really don't go down more than a couple of millimeters in your food, so you don't need to add a lot. One packet of these from the dollar store will last you months and months and months. I also find using this method with the potatoes and keeping them at room temperature, I can keep these stinking cultures alive, literally stinking cultures alive, for about a month and a half at a time without them crashing. When I was trying it on the oats, I did not get that far at all. Usually within a month I had to get them, but I can get another couple of weeks at least by doing this. So as for texture, you just want something that kind of a little bit not wet. You don't want these little things to drown, but you don't want them too dry either. Just enough that you can smooth it out really, really good. Sprinkle a tad bit of yeast on top of that. And yeah, you don't need very much. It's just kind of help the culture. You don't even need to use it if you don't want to, but it does really spring these guys into life to start them out. I hope you can see just the couple of speckles that I've put on top. And just take your old culture. Now this one is at least, oh man, I would say a good 6 weeks old. I've had this one working forever. I've been kind of lazy and hasn't started it. So yeah, you can let these guys go for a long time, but everybody will have some different results depending on your humidity, all that kind of stuff. The temperature will affect how long your cultures will last. So keep an eye on them. If they start going black, definitely change them right away. So as you can see, I don't even take too much of the old culture, just enough to kind of spread it on the top here. You will know that it's worked within a day. You will see any of the bumpy ridges that are left on the top of your potato will have smoothed out. I use these to feed my guppies here. As you can see, awesome food for little fry. Now, my other culture that I do keep in the house, which has come in handy for a variety of critters. I've even given some away in the springtime to help people with little birds that they have either found hurt in the wild or other things. So this right here that I am picking through is basically a finished culture. It has reached the end of its limits. They're starting to turn into beetles. I found all of these guys in there. They are completely harmless. There's nothing to fear from mealworms. These guys in this stage, they can't do anything. It's kind of like a butterfly cocoon. They do wiggle in it. I think they're kind of cute. The reasons that I do use tweezers on these guys is because you can develop an allergy to your culture, so I try and use the tweezers to prevent that from happening. I have been running them for about 5 or 6 years now, and I would like to continue to keep them in the house without developing an allergy to them. These mostly get fed to our piranhas, as you can see here, but I do feed some of these smaller worms as well to the bettas from time to time and other meat-eating fish. The requirements to start these guys is really simple. I just go to our bulk barn and get some bran flakes here, some oatmeal. If I get the big stuff, I just crush it up a little bit and stick her in here. So this is an old beetle setup that I've got in here. I just give them some paper towel rolls for enrichment and to crawl around in. And I do transfer them from tank to tank. The bigger beetles, I will feed even some apples to, which is an awesome bonus. Grapes, wetter kind of food. Get these guys lots of different nutrition in there. Like I say, I don't want to become allergic to these guys, so I do use a set of tweezers for handling them for the most part. Now, I know these guys get an awesome diet, which in return means that my fish get an awesome diet. So I feed them a variety of potatoes, cucumbers, broccoli, carrots, anything that I can come up with in there. You want kind of not mushy food for the little guys, and yeah, you can feed the bigger guys some other things. When I slice up the food, I try and slice it as long as possible so that there's more surface area for the beetles to eat for sure. Yeah, I like to keep them in kind of a rack system to grow up. The deeper rack you can get is definitely a bonus for keeping them from running around your house. So each one of these racks has a different stage of beetles and eggs. And my dog loves it when I'm on the floor. So thank you guys all for watching. I hope if you guys have any questions, please email me or leave me a comment down below, and I will see you guys all next time.